Lisa Clark never expected to meet aliens. She was just a nurse at North City Hospital working night shifts and trying to pay her student loans. She liked her quiet life, her small apartment and her cat named Boots. Then the aliens came to Earth. They arrived on a Tuesday. Their ships appeared in the sky over every major city. People panicked at first, but the aliens sent peaceful messages. They wanted to make friends. They needed help. The aliens called themselves the Zorax. They looked almost human, except for their purple skin, silver hair, and eyes that glowed in the dark. They came from a planet far away. Their world was dying, so they searched for a new home. Earth governments met and decided to welcome the aliens. They set up special areas where humans and Zorax could work together. Lisa Hospital was chosen as one of these places. The hospital director called all staff to a meeting. "We need volunteers to work with the Zorax medical team." She said they need to learn about human biology, and we need to learn about theirs. Who wants to help? Lisa raised her hand. She was curious about these visitors from space. She had always loved science fiction movies. Now science fiction was real. The next day, Lisa met her first alien. Her name was Nari. She was a Zorax healer. Their word for Dr. Lisa was surprised at how beautiful Nari was. Her purple skin seemed to shimmer in the light. Her silver hair moved as if it was alive, and her eyes, they were deep blue with small stars inside them. "Hello, Lisa," human Nari said. Her voice sounded like music. "I am pleased to work with you." Lisa smiled, trying to hide her nervousness. "Hello, Nari. I hope I can help you learn about humans for the next few weeks." Lisa and Nari worked together. Lisa showed Nari how humans treated different illnesses. Nari showed Lisa strange tools that could scan the body and find problems instantly. Lisa was amazed by Zorax medicine. They could cure diseases that humans thought were hopeless. One night Lisa was working. Late, most staff had gone home. She heard a strange sound coming from the special lab where the Zorax kept their medical supplies. Lisa wasn't supposed to go in there, but she worried something was wrong. She opened the door slowly. Nari was there alone. She was holding a glowing container filled with blue liquid. Nari looked up surprised to see Lisa. "You should not be here." "Lisa?" Human Nari said. Her voice sounded different, not like music anymore, but harsh and cold. "Sorry," Lisa said, "I heard a noise." "Is everything okay?" Nari put down the container and walked toward Lisa. "Everything is fine, you should go now." But Lisa noticed something strange on a screen behind Nari. It showed pictures of human bodies, but they were changing. The bodies were turning purple. Their eyes were glowing like Zorax eyes. "What is that?" Lisa asked, pointing at the screen. Nari blocked her view. "Nothing important, just some research." Lisa felt scared now. Something was wrong. She took a step back. "I should tell Dr. Morris about this." No, Nari moved quickly suddenly in front of the door. "You cannot tell anyone." Lisa heart beat faster. "What are you doing with those human pictures? Why are they turning purple?" Nari sighed. Her eyes glowed brighter. "I did not want to involve you. Lisa, human, you are kind. But our mission is not what your people think." Lisa tried to stay calm. "What mission?" "The survival of our species," Nari said. "Our planet is not just dying. Our people are dying too. We need new bodies." Lisa gasped. "You want to take over?" "Human bodies, not take over," Nari said. "Improve. We can make humans better. Stronger like us, we share the planet. Everyone wins." Lisa shook her head. "That's not sharing, that's invasion. People would never agree to this." "Some would," Nari said. "Those who are sick, those who are dying. We offer eternal life." "But you lied," Lisa said. "You pretended to be friendly." "We are friendly." Nari reached out and touched Lisa's arm. Her touch was warm. "Life is precious. Lisa, human. All life. We want to save both our species." Lisa pulled. "Way, I have to tell someone." Nari's face changed. She looked sad. "I cannot let you do that." She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small device. It looked like a needle. Lisa ran. She pushed past Nari and into the hallway. She heard Nari following. Her Lisa ran to the elevator and pushed the button, but the elevator was too slow. Nari was getting closer. Lisa ran to the stairs instead. She ran down, hearing Nari footsteps behind her. Lisa reached the main floor and ran to the security desk, but no one was there. Help, Lisa shouted, but the hospital seemed empty. Where was everyone? Lisa ran outside. The night was dark. She could see the Zorax ship hovering over the city. Its lights pulsed in the sky. She needed to find someone to warn. A car pulled into the hospital parking lot. Lisa ran toward it, waving her arms. The car stopped and the window rolled down. A woman with red hair looked out. "Are you okay?" The woman asked. Lisa tried to catch her breath. "The aliens," she gasped. "They want to change us. They want our bodies." The woman's face changed. She smiled, but her smile was wrong. Her eyes began to glow in the dark. "Too late," the woman said, her voice now sounding like music. "The change has already begun." Lisa backed away from the car. She turned to run but stopped. Nari was standing there with 5 other Zorax. They surrounded Lisa. "Lisa, human," Nari said softly. "You could be the first to volunteer, the first to become better never." Lisa said. Nari raised the needle. "We were hoping for cooperation, but we can proceed without it." Lisa looked around for any escape, but there was none. The Zorax moved closer. The stars in their eyes seemed to spin. Lisa felt dizzy looking at them. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. The last thing Lisa saw was Nari, sad face as the needle came closer. Then darkness. Lisa woke up in a strange room. The walls glowed with soft blue light. She was lying on something that felt like a cloud, not a bed. Her body felt different, lighter somehow. Lisa sat up and looked at her hands. Her skin had a purple tint. She touched her face. It felt the same, but when she saw her reflection in the shiny wall, her eyes had stars in them like the Zorax. "What have you done to me?" Lisa whispered. The door opened, and Nari walked in. She looked pleased. "Lisa, you are awake." "How do you feel?" Lisa wanted to be angry, but she felt calm. Too calm, like her emotions were muted. "Changed me," she said. "You changed me." "Not completely," Nari said. "Just improved. Your body can now heal itself. You will live 3 times longer than normal humans. You are stronger, faster, smarter." "This is a gift." Lisa shook her head. "This was not what I wanted." Nari sat beside her. "I know, but sometimes we must accept change to survive. Your planet is changing. Lisa, your people face many threats. We can help you. Adapt." Lisa looked at her new purple hands. "How many others have you changed?" Nari smiled. "Many already, thousands across your world. Most were willing. Some like you needed persuasion, but all are better now." Lisa's mind raced, trying to think clearly. "What was the blue liquid?" "I saw that as the essence of our people," Nari explained. "We call it Zorax Soul. It allows the transformation. It carries our genetic material and bonds with yours. So impart Zorax." Now Lisa asked. "Yes." Nari touched Lisa's arm. "You are the bridge between our species, a new being. Better than either alone." Lisa pulled away. "I need to see outside." Nari hesitated, then nodded. "Come, I will show you." They walked through glowing hallways. Lisa realized they were inside the Zorax ship. Other purple humans passed them. Some nodded to Lisa with star-filled eyes. Everyone looked happy, too happy. They reached a large window. Lisa could see her city below. It looked normal. People walked on streets, cars, moved buildings, stood tall. But when Lisa looked closer, she saw purple, faces, more and more of them. Mixed with normal humans. "It's happening so fast," Lisa said. "How long was I asleep?" 3 weeks. Nari said. "The transformation takes time." 3 weeks. Lisa thought of her cat Boots, who fed him, who was looking for her. "Is anyone fighting this?" she asked. "Some," Nari admitted. "But they cannot stop progress. Those who resist are helped to understand." "Brainwashed, you mean?" Lisa said. Nari frowned. We prefer enlightened. When they see how much better life is as a Zorax human, they accept. Lisa noticed something strange about the sky. It had a purple tint like her skin. What is happening to the air? Nari smiled. We are making Earth more comfortable for our kind. The atmosphere is being enhanced. You mean changed to be like your planet, Lisa said with horror. That's why your planet was dying, wasn't it? You changed it too much. Nari looked away. We evolved. Our planet could not keep up, and now you'll do the same to Earth. Lisa felt anger breaking through the artificial calm. The door opened and another Zorax entered. He was taller than Nari. His eyes glowed brighter. Nari bowed her head to him. Greetings, Commander Vex. Nari said, This is Lisa Human, the nurse I told you about. Vex looked at Lisa with cold eyes. Is she adapting well? Yes, Commander, Nari said. Her transformation is complete. She retains her memories and skills. Excellent, Vex said. We need more medical personnel. The transformation centers are expanding. Lisa looked between them. Transformation centers. Yes, Vex said. Where humans become better Zorax human hybrids like yourself. How many? Lisa asked. How many will you change? All of them, Vex said simply. It is the only way. Lisa felt sick. All 8 billion humans would become purple-eyed Zorax hybrids. Earth atmosphere would change. Earth itself would die like the Zorax homeworld. Lisa looked at Nari. You said you wanted to share the planet. Nari avoided her eyes. We do share. With new improved humans, Lisa realized the truth. The Zorax never wanted to live alongside humans. They wanted to turn humans into themselves. I need to rest, Lisa said, trying to sound calm, of course. Nari touched a panel on the wall and a door opened. Return to your quarters. You begin work in the transformation center tomorrow. Lisa walked through the door, trying to look cooperative. Once inside, she leaned against the wall, breathing hard. She needed to escape. She needed to warn people. But how her own body had betrayed her. Lisa examined her room, looking for anything useful. The walls were smooth, with no seams. The door had no handle. She was trapped. But then Lisa noticed something. Her reflection in the wall looked different. When she moved closer, she saw her eyes. The stars in them were fading. In their place was a golden ring around her pupil. Lisa touched. Her face, her skin felt warm. The purple tint seemed lighter. Maybe the transformation wasn't complete. Maybe her body was fighting back. Lisa closed her eyes and concentrated. She thought about being human, about her normal skin, her regular eyes. She focused hard. When she opened her eyes, her hands were changing. The purple was fading. Her normal skin tone was returning. Lisa gasped. She could control the transformation, but how? Nari said, the Zorax soul bonded with human genes. Perhaps human genes were stronger than they thought. Lisa looked at the door. She needed a plan. The Zorax could make humans like them. But what if she could make Zorax like humans? What if the transformation worked? Both ways. Lisa remembered the blue liquid, the Zorax soul. She needed to get back to that lab. She needed to understand how it worked. Lisa touched the door. It slid open. Zorax technology responded to their touch, and now her touch too. She stepped into the hallway, looking both ways. Two purple humans walked past. They nodded at Lisa. She nodded back, trying to look normal. Inside, she was terrified they would notice her changing. Back, Lisa walked quickly through the ship, remembering the way to the lab. She passed more Zorax and hybrid humans. No one stopped her. They all thought she belonged. Finally, Lisa reached the lab. The door opened to her touch. Inside were containers of the blue liquid, Zorax soul, lined up on shelves. Computers showed the transformation process. Lisa went to a computer and began reading. She understood the language somehow. The Zorax soul changed human DNA, but it needed to be maintained. The transformation could reverse if the soul was removed. Lisa looked at her hands. They were almost normal now. Just a hint of purple remained. Her reflection showed her eyes were brown again with just small flecks of silver. Lisa heard footsteps. She hid behind a large machine. The door opened and Nari entered with Vex. The human hybrids in Sector 3 are showing resistance. Nari said, "Their transformation is reversing, impossible." Vex growled, "The soul cannot be rejected, but it is." Nari showed him a screen. "Look, the human immune system is fighting back. Their bodies are producing antibodies against the soul." Vex smashed his fist on a table. "We must increase the dosage, speed up the atmospheric change, but that could kill many humans," Nari said. "We need them alive." Vex turned to her. "Do not question me, the Earth will be ours. We will not lose another world." They left the lab still arguing. Lisa came out from hiding, her mind racing with this new information. The human body could fight back. The transformation could be reversed. Lisa went to the containers of blue liquid. She needed to understand it better. She carefully opened one. The liquid glowed brighter when exposed to air. Lisa touched it with her finger. A drop clung to her skin. It felt cold, then hot. It moved like it was alive. Lisa brought it closer to examine it. The drop suddenly shot up her arm, disappearing into her skin. Lisa gasped, waiting for the purple to return, but nothing happened. Instead, she felt stronger, clearer. Lisa realized something incredible. She had changed the Zorax soul. Her human DNA had altered it. Instead of it changing her, she had changed it. Lisa smiled, for the first time since her capture. This was the answer. She didn't need to fight the transformation. She needed to control it, to reverse it, to use it against the Zorax. Lisa grabbed several containers of the blue liquid and hid them in her clothes. Now she needed to escape the ship to find other humans to spread the truth. The fight for Earth had just begun. Escaping the Zorax ship was easier than Lisa expected. The Zorax were so confident in their control they did not have many guards. Lisa walked through the corridors with her head high, pretending to belong. No one questioned her. Lisa found a transport bay where small ships carried supplies and new humans to and from the main vessel. She hid in a cargo container and waited. The container was loaded onto a small ship. She felt the movement as the ship left the main vessel. When the ship landed, Lisa waited until the crew left. Then she pushed open the container and climbed out. She was in a warehouse. Human workers with purple-tinted skin moved boxes around. They had the blank, happy expressions of all transformed humans. Lisa kept her head down and walked toward an exit. The doors opened to reveal the city. It was night. The streets were different now. Purple lights glowed from buildings. Signs in the strange Zorax language hung everywhere. Lisa needed to find untransformed humans. Where would they hide from what Lisa had seen in the ship? Humans were being rounded up and taken to transformation centers. Those who escaped would go underground. Lisa walked for hours, staying in shadows, avoiding the Zorax patrols. The city seemed emptier than before. Many houses were dark, as if abandoned. Lisa wondered how much of the world had already fallen. She found herself near her old apartment building. Would Boots still be there? Probably not after 3 weeks. But Lisa had nowhere else to go. The building was quiet. Lisa climbed the stairs to her floor. The hallway was dark. Her door was still locked. She used her key. Surprised the Zorax hadn't changed the locks. Inside, her apartment was dusty but untouched. Lisa called for Boots, but there was no answer. Poor cat, probably starved. She felt a pang of guilt. Lisa went to the kitchen to get water. The tap worked. The water looked normal. She drank deeply, suddenly realizing how thirsty she was. A noise came from the bedroom. Lisa froze. Someone was in her apartment. She grabbed a knife from the kitchen drawer and moved slowly toward the bedroom. The door was closed. Lisa took a deep breath and pushed it open. Inside, a woman pointed a gun at her. "Don't move," the woman said. Her hands shook. Lisa could see she was fully human. No purple tint, no star eyes, just a scared human with red hair and freckles. "I'm human," Lisa said quickly. "I'm not one of them." The woman didn't lower the gun. "You're lying, they all say that now. Show me your eyes." Lisa stepped into the light from the window. "Look. No stars. See him human. The woman looked closely. Her gun lowered slightly. You were one of them, though. I can see the fading purple. Lisa nodded. Yes, they transformed me, but I changed back. I can control it. I don't know how, but I can. The woman finally lowered her gun. Olivia. Who are you, Lisa Clark? I was a nurse at North City Hospital. Olivia nodded. So was I, ER doctor. They got the hospital first. Most medical personnel were taken. Lisa moved closer. Are there others like, as humans? Olivia nodded. There are pockets of resistance. We have a safe house nearby. I was searching apartments for supplies when I heard you come in. Take me there, Lisa said. I have information. Important information. Olivia looked suspicious. Why should I trust you? Lisa pulled out one of the containers of blue liquid. See this. This is what they use to transform humans. It's called Zorak Soul. But I think I changed it somehow. I think it can be used against them. Olivia's eyes widened. Where did you get that? From their ship. I was inside for weeks. I learned things and I discovered that humans can fight the transformation. Our immune systems can create antibodies. Olivia was silent for a moment. Then she nodded. Come with me. Bring that stuff. But if you try anything, he'll shoot you. They left the apartment and moved through dark streets. Olivia led the way, avoiding main roads. They ducked into alleys when Zorak's patrols passed. Finally, they reached an old subway station. The entrance was blocked with debris, but Olivia moved a piece of plywood, revealing a small opening. They crawled through. Inside, the station was transformed into a small community. People huddled around fires. Some slept on mattresses. Others stood guard with weapons. All were fully human. A man approached them. He was tall with a beard and tired eyes. Who is this, Olivia? He asked. A nurse from North City Hospital. Olivia said she was transformed but changed back. And she has this. She showed him the container of blue liquid. The man frowned. Bring her to the lab. They walked deeper into the station to an area set up with medical equipment. Microscopes, computers, whatever the humans had managed to salvage. A woman in a lab coat looked up as they entered. This is Faye, our scientist, the man said. Lisa showed Faye the container. This is what they use to transform humans. It's called Zorak's Soul. Faye took it carefully, her eyes wide with interest. How did you get this? I was on their ship, Lisa explained. I was transformed, but my body fought it. I learned that human immune systems can create antibodies against the soul. Faye looked skeptical, but no one has changed back before. Once they turn purple, that's it. Lisa held out her arm. Look closely. You can still see traces of purple. Changing back, I don't know why. Maybe I'm special somehow. But if I can do it, others can too. Faye examined Lisa's skin. Then she took a blood sample. I need to test this. While Faye worked, Lisa told them everything she had learned about the Zoraks, how they had destroyed their own planet, how they planned to change Earth atmosphere, how they were transforming all humans. The bearded man introduced himself as Daniel. We think they've taken about 30% of the world population, he said. Mostly in cities. Rural areas are still mostly human. The military tried to fight back, but their weapons were useless against the Zorak ships. How many are in your resistance? Lisa asked. Daniel sighed. About 200 here. There's other groups in other cities. We communicate when we can, but it's getting harder. They control the internet now. Cell phones power. Lisa thought about the blue liquid. I think I might have changed the Zorak soul somehow. When I touched it, it absorbed into my skin, but didn't transform me. It made me stronger. Faye looked up from her microscope. That's impossible. The soul contains Zorak's DNA. It rewrites human genes. Not mine. Lisa said. Maybe I can give others the ability to resist. Maybe my blood contains antibodies. Faye ran more tests. After hours, she called them over. Look at this, she said, pointing to a screen. On the screen, Lisa could see cells fighting. The blue Zorak soul particles were being surrounded by white blood cells. Your immune system is extraordinary, Faye said. It's not. just fighting the transformation. It's changing the soul itself, rewriting it. The Zorax DNA is being transformed into human DNA, but keeping its benefits. Strength, healing, longevity. Can we use this? Lisa asked. Can we make a cure, Faye? Nodded slowly. Yes, I think so. We could create a serum from your blood. It would need to be injected into transformed humans. Their bodies might fight back too. Maybe not as strongly as yours, but enough. Daniel's eyes lit up, and the original soul. What about that? We could potentially change it all. Faye said if we alter enough of it, if we release it into their systems, their ships, their transformation centers, we could transform them. Lisa said, turn the Zorax into humans. Daniel smiled for the first time. It would take their advantage away, level the playing field. They worked through the night. Faye extracted antibodies from Lisa blood, creating a serum. She tested it on a sample of the Zorax soul. The blue liquid turned clear. By morning they had a plan. Lisa would return to the ship as a spy, pretending to still be transformed. She would find a way to introduce the altered serum into the main soul supply. The Zorax souls would be changed. Zorax would become more human, transformed. Humans would revert. It was dangerous, nearly impossible, but it was their only chance to save Earth. Lisa looked at her new friends. These people she had just met were now her family, united in resistance. Daniel gave her a small injection device filled with the serum. Come back to us, he said. Lisa nodded. I will or die trying. The return to the Zorax ship was more difficult than escaping it. Lisa had to find a transformation center first. These were buildings where humans were taken to be changed. Schools, hospitals, sports arenas. Anything large enough had been converted. Lisa found one at the old community college. The campus was surrounded by fences now. Guards with purple skin and star eyes patrolled the perimeter. Lisa watched from a distance. Small ships landed and took off from a makeshift landing pad they carried, transformed humans to the main vessel. Lisa needed to be on one of those ships. She injected herself with a tiny amount of the original Zorax soul, just enough to give her skin a purple tint and make her eyes show small stars. It hurt the transformation, burning through her veins, but she controlled it, focusing on keeping her mind clear. She approached the gate, walking confidently. The guard looked at her purple-tinted skin and star-flecked eyes, then waved her through. Lisa was amazed at how easy. It was the Zorax never expected resistance from transformed humans. Their arrogance was their weakness. Inside the college buildings, humans were lined up for processing. They looked scared, confused. Many were crying. Lisa wanted to help them, but she couldn't, not yet. She had to stick to the plan. Lisa followed a group of freshly transformed humans to a landing pad. They were boarding a small transport ship. Lisa joined them. No one questioned her. The ship was cramped, filled with blank-faced humans, their transformations still new, their minds still adjusting. The ship took off and headed for the massive Zorax vessel hovering above the city. Lisa looked out a small window, watching Earth fall away. The planet still looked blue and green from above, but patches of purple atmosphere were spreading like a disease. The transport docked with the main ship. Lisa and the others were led to processing centers. Lisa broke away from the group when no one was watching. She remembered the way to the main lab where the Zorax soul was produced. Lisa walked through the corridors confidently. If anyone stopped her, she would claim to be a medical worker assigned to the lab. No one did. The Zorax trusted their transformation completely. The lab was busy when Lisa arrived. Zorax scientists worked at stations monitoring containers of the blue liquid. Lisa recognized Nari among them. The Zorax healer was looking at screens showing transformation, progress across Earth. Lisa waited, hiding behind equipment, watching the patterns of movement in the lab. She needed access to the main soul reservoir, the source of all the transformation liquid. After hours of observation, Lisa noticed a door at the back of the lab. Zorax scientists went in and out carrying containers of fresh blue liquid. That must be where the main reservoir was kept. Lisa needed a distraction. She found a small control panel near her hiding spot and short-circuited it. Alarms blared, Lights flashed. The scientists rushed to check the problem. In the confusion, Lisa slipped through the back door. Inside was a massive tank filled with glowing blue liquid. The Zorax soul in its purest form. The source of the transformation. Lisa pulled out the serum Faye had created. The clear liquid. That could change everything. Lisa looked for an input valve, something that would distribute the serum throughout the tank there. A filtration system with an access port. Lisa uncapped the serum, preparing to inject it. Stop, Lisa. Turned. Nari stood in the doorway, her star eyes wide with shock. Lisa, human, Nari said. What are you doing here? Lisa held up the serum. I'm fixing what you broke. Nari moved closer. You cannot be here. The transformation. You should be one of us now. I am special. Lisa said. Thy body fought back. And now I'm going to help everyone else fight back too. Nari looked at the serum. What is that? A cure? Lisa said. Or maybe a different kind of transformation. One that will make you more like us instead of making us like you. Nari's eyes narrowed. You would destroy us. No, Lisa said. Not destroy, change. Just like you wanted to change us. Your soul will become more human. Your people will adapt. You will survive, but not by conquering us. By joining us. The concept seemed to shock Nari. Become human, impossible. We are superior, are you? Lisa asked. Your planet died. Your people are dying. You're desperate. That doesn't sound superior to me. That sounds like failure. Nari lunged forward, grabbing for the serum. Lisa dodged. The container of serum slipped from her hand, falling to the floor. The cap came loose, liquid spilling. Both women froze, watching the clear serum spread across the floor. It reached Nara's feet. The Zorax jumped back, but too late. A drop touched her purple skin. Nari gasped. Her skin, where the serum touched, turned pink, human-colored. The change spread slowly up her leg. What have you done? Nari whispered. Lisa picked up the container. Some serum remained inside. Enough. Maybe I'm saving both our species, she said. Just not the way you planned. Nari looked at her changing skin. The pink color was spreading faster now, reaching her waist, her chest. Fear showed in her eyes for the first time. Will it kill me? No, Lisa said. It will make you human. Or mostly human. You'll keep some Zorax abilities. The strength, the healing, the longevity. But you'll be one of us. Nari sank to the floor, watching her transformation with horror. Her silver hair was darkening, turning brown. Her star eyes fading, showing normal blue irises. Why would you do this, Nari? Asked her voice, losing its musical quality. Because humans don't conquer, Lisa said. We connect, we don't force change, we offer choice. Lisa turned to the tank of Zorax soul. She still had enough serum to change it all. To start a chain reaction that would spread throughout the Zorax fleet, throughout all their transformation centers. The serum would change the very essence of the Zorax, making them more human. Lisa reached for the input valve. A blast of energy hit the wall beside her. Lisa spun around. Commander Vex stood in the doorway holding a weapon, his eyes blazing with fury. Traitor, he snarled, looking at Nari. The partially transformed Zorax could only stare at her changed hands. The human must not contaminate the soul. Vex raised his weapon, aiming at Lisa. Nari moved suddenly, jumping between them. No, she shouted, her voice now fully human. No more forcing, no more conquering. Vex fired. The energy blast hit Nari square in the chest. She fell to the ground. Lisa screamed, running to her. Nari looked up, her now human eyes filled with pain. I'm sorry, she whispered. Then she went still. Lisa looked up at Vex. The commander aimed his weapon again. You cannot stop us, human. One cure means nothing. We have spread across your world. Your species will be gone soon. Lisa held up the container of serum. It's not just a cure. It's a new beginning. She threw the container with all her strength. It hit the tank of Zorax soul and cracked. The serum mixed with the blue liquid. The effect was immediate. The blue began to clear, starting from the point of contact, spreading like ripples in a pond. Vex screamed. No. He fired his weapon at the tank, but it was too late. The change had begun. Lisa dove behind equipment as Vex continued firing wildly. The tank cracked. Further, more serum mixed with more soul. The change accelerated, then something unexpected happened. The changing soul began to glow, not blue, but gold. It pulsed with new energy. Vex backed away in fear. The gold light reached him, touching his purple skin. Vex dropped his weapon, clutching his chest. His skin began to change just as Naris had. His eyes lost their stars. His silver hair darkened. What is happening? He gasped. Humanity, Lisa said, standing up. It's happening to all of you. Now you'll understand what it's like to be us, to feel like us, to think like us. The gold light grew brighter, spreading through the ventilation system, through the ship, through the Zorax network that connected all their vessels, all their transformation centers. Lisa watched, in awe. The plan had worked better than she could have imagined. The soul wasn't just being neutralized, it was being transformed, becoming something new, something that carried humanity instead of erasing it. A screen on the wall showed images from around the world. Zorax everywhere were changing, their purple skin fading, their star eyes becoming human, their ships losing power as the technology connected to their biology failed. Lisa looked at Nara's body. The former Zorax healer had given her life to save Lisa, to save both species. In death, her face looked peaceful, almost human. A tremor ran through the ship. The Zorax technology was failing as its creators changed. The ship began to descend slowly back to Earth. Emergency systems prevented a crash, but the massive vessel settled on the outskirts of the city. Lisa made her way through corridors filled with confused, newly human Zorax. They looked at their hands, their changed skin with expressions of wonder and fear, just as humans had done when transformed. Lisa found an exit. She stepped out onto Earth soil again. The air was clearing, the purple tint fading. In the distance, she could see other Zorax ships landing. Her small device beeped Daniel and the Resistance trying to contact her. Lisa answered. It's done, she said. It's done. 1 year later, Lisa stood on a hill overlooking the city. The Zorax ship still sat where it had landed, now transformed into a shared community center. Trees and plants grew around it, softening its alien appearance. Children, both human and former Zorax, played in its shadow. So much had changed. The world had been remade not through conquest but through unexpected transformation. The day the Zorax soul changed was now called Unity Day across the world. The gold light had spread everywhere, changing all Zorax and reversing the transformation of changed humans. Some changes remained. The former Zorax kept some of their abilities. Strength improved, healing longer lives. And humans who had been transformed and changed back also kept these traits. New blended species was emerging, not through force but through mutual change. Lisa heard footsteps behind her and turned. Daniel walked up the hill to join her. He looked the same as the day they met in the subway, except the tired look in his eyes was gone. The council is waiting, he said. They need your vote on the new education system. Lisa nodded. I'll be there soon. I just wanted to see the view. Daniel stood beside her. Both humans and former Zorax had formed a shared government. Each city had a council with equal representation. The transition had not been easy. Many on both sides resisted the new world, but most embraced it. The former Zorax had knowledge to share advanced medicine technology ideas that could help Earth. Their ships became homes and community centers. Their weapons were dismantled and repurposed, and they had stories. Stories of their dying world, of stars and planets humans had never seen, of life beyond Earth. These stories were now taught in schools alongside human history. So much suffering, Lisa said, looking at the city, remembering the fear of those early days. Was it worth it? Daniel took her hand. It always is when people find a way forward together. Lisa smiled. He was right, of course. The path had been painful, but the destination was better than either humans or Zorax could have imagined alone. They walked down the hill toward the city. Lisa paused at a small garden. A memorial had been built there, a statue of Nari, the first Zorax to become human. The inscription read, "She chose understanding over conquest and changed two worlds." Lisa placed flowers at the base of the statue. The former Zorax healer had been the first to die in the transformation, but her sacrifice had opened the door to peace at the council. Meeting both humans and former Zorax sat together discussing the future. Lisa took her place at the table. As head of the new medical program, she was responsible for studying the ongoing effects of the transformation. Olivia, now the chief doctor, presented her findings. "The changes are stable," she reported. "Both former Zorax and transformed humans show no signs of reversal. The adaptations seem permanent, but beneficial. Lifespan is extended by approximately 150 years. Healing is accelerated. Cancer, heart disease, and most genetic disorders are gone." A former Zorax named Kelv raised his hand. "We have noticed something unexpected in the children born after Unity Day. They show abilities neither humans nor Zorax possessed. Increased intelligence, empathic sensitivity. The ability to communicate without speaking." Lisa nodded. "We've observed the same. The blending of our species has created something new. Something better than either alone. Just as the transformed soul became gold instead of blue or clear, the next generation will be different than either of us." The council discussed plans for the future schools that would teach both human and Zorax knowledge. Cities rebuilt with new technology that worked in harmony with nature, space programs that would use the remaining Zorax ships to explore the stars. Lisa listened, feeling a sense of pride. This was what humanity did best. Adapt, connect, transform. Not through conquest, but through cooperation. After the meeting, Lisa walked to her apartment. The city streets were filled with both humans and former Zorax living together, working together. The fear and hatred of the invasion days were fading, replaced by curiosity and hope. Lisa's apartment was small but comfortable. She had taken in 3 former Zorax who had nowhere to go. They had become like family to her, learning human customs while teaching her about their former world. Inside her apartment, Boots, her cat, greeted her. The cat had been found by the resistance, hiding in the basement of her building, thin but alive. Now Boots had a special fondness for the former Zorax, often sleeping on their laps. Lisa picked up the cat, stroking his fur. "You were right to hide from them, Boots, but not anymore." Now there, family. Lisa went to her small balcony and looked up at the night sky. Stars shone brightly. The Zorax had come from one of those stars, their home long dead. But they had found a new home. Not by taking Earth, but by joining its people. The atmosphere had returned to normal, the purple tint gone. The Zorax attempt to change it had been reversed when they themselves changed. Earth remained blue and green and beautiful. Lisa thought about the future. A future where humanity wasn't alone anymore. A future where 2 species became one through mutual transformation. She thought about Nari. The Zorax healer had wanted to save her people, but chose the wrong path. Force instead of cooperation. Conquest instead of connection. But in the end, she had understood. She had chosen to save Lisa, to give both species a chance at a shared future. A shooting star crossed the sky. Lisa made a wish. Not for herself, but for the new world being born. A world where differences became strengths. Where change was embraced, not feared. Where former enemies became family. The next day, Lisa visited the hospital where it all began. North City Hospital had reopened. Now it treated both humans and former Zorax. Lisa worked there again as a nurse, but also as a teacher, showing both species how to care for each other. In the hospital nursery, newborn babies slept peacefully. Some had parents who were human. Some had parents who were former Zorax. Some had one of each. But all the babies shared the golden flecks in their eyes, the mark of the new generation. The Unity children. Dr. Faye joined Lisa at the nursery window, looking at the babies. Her scientific mind had been essential in creating the serum that changed everything. Now she studied the Unity children, learning from their unique biology. They will see a different world than we did. Faye said, they won't remember the fear, the invasion. They will know only the after, Lisa said. The world we built from the ruins of conflict, Faye smiled. They will go further then. We can imagine with their gifts, their understanding. The stars won't be out of reach for them. Lisa nodded, thinking of Nari again. The Zorax had crossed the stars seeking a new home. Their methods had been wrong, but their goal had been simple. Survival, connection, a future. The human resistance had fought not just to survive but to remain themselves, to keep their humanity. But in the end, both sides had changed, both had transformed. Not into enemies or conquerors, but into something new. Something. Shared outside the hospital, a monument stood. A globe with two hands, one human one. Zorax reaching across it to meet in the middle. The inscription read, "Two worlds, one future." Lisa touched the smooth stone of the monument, feeling the carved words beneath. Her fingers. Two worlds, one future. That was the gift hidden within the invasion, the transformation that no one had expected. Unity not through conquest, but through mutual change. As Lisa walked home that evening, she passed humans and former Zorax, living their lives together. The barriers between them falling away a little more each day. The fear fading. The hope growing. Lisa thought about her own journey. From nurse to captive to resistance fighter to counselor. It had changed her, just as the world had changed. But unlike the forced transformation the Zorax had planned, this change had come from choice. From understanding. From connection. The sun set over the city, painting the sky in gold and purple. A reminder of what had been lost and what had been gained. Lisa watched the colors blend together, just as their species had blended, creating something beautiful from conflict, something hopeful from fear. This was humanity's greatest strength, not fighting, not conquering, but adapting, connecting, transforming. And now that strength was shared with the stars. Lisa smiled as the first stars appeared in the twilight sky. The universe was vast, filled with wonders and dangers, but Earth was no longer alone, no longer unprepared. The next, visitors from the stars would find a united world, a transformed world, a world ready to reach out not in fear but in friendship. The transformation that began with an invasion had become a gift, a new beginning, two species, one future, and the stars, within reach.